I have quite the special treat for you today, and I'm going to tell you the story once we get into the episode, but we are reversing this episode, and I have a very special guest who's going to interview me. So let's do this. Welcome back to the podcast. You can see I'm not only joined by a really cute dog if you're watching the video version, but I have a beautiful guest with me. Hi, Brooklyn.
Hi.
So is this your first, well, this isn't your first official podcast because you were on your mom's podcast.
Yes, I was.
And let's maybe share the story of how you came to be sitting in person. You're at my house. We're recording this live with Ozzy, my dog, who's decided to join us on the couch. And how did you get to be on the Powerhouse Women podcast? Do you want to tell everyone the story?
Yeah. Well, I heard my mom was going to be like doing a podcast or something with you. And I want to start my own podcast, so I started writing questions for you in my notebook. And one day my mom went in there in my room and she got my notebook and sent you a photo, and you're like, be on my podcast. So it's perfect.
And here you are.
Yep.
I mean, dream big, right? This is the lesson for all of you to take home. Put your dreams out there because you never know what can happen. But she did. So your mom, Sarah, is one of my favorite people. I'm not just saying that because she's here watching us, but she has been a part of the Powerhouse Women community for a while. Like, and you would even watch some of the connection calls with her last year, right? So she did. She sent me a picture sneakily that you were writing questions that you were going to start a podcast. And I said, well, she should come and interview and ask these questions on the Powerhouse Women podcast.
I was so excited.
You were. And we're going to share the video when this episode airs. We'll share the video of your reaction on our Instagram because it's my favorite video of all time. It, like, my cheeks hurt right now from smiling so big because I've been so excited for today. But you are how old?
I'm 12 years old.
12 years old, and you want to be an entrepreneur when you grow up, right?
Yep.
So tell us a little bit. You're going to interview me, but I get to ask you some questions first.
Deal.
I'm like, do you see how I just went right into interviewing? I'm so used to being in control here. So we're going to turn it over to you in a minute because you have some questions written down.
Yep.
But tell everyone what kind of entrepreneur, what kind of business you want to have. Give us a little scoop.
Well, by 18, I want to own my own business in interior designing and go to college for a business degree and own dog rescues all over the world.
I love that so much. And that's probably just where you'll start. Then you'll probably do some other things too in your free time. Yeah. I love it so much. And so we record this podcast at my house, and my house design passed your test, your interior design eye.
Yes.
So that was a really big affirmation for me. I appreciate that. So we're going to turn the tables, and you actually are going to interview me. I don't know any of the questions you're going to ask.
Nope.
But this is going to be your first official podcast interview where you're the interviewer.
Yep, I'm very excited.
Well, I am too. So do you want to give me your first question?
Yeah. What motivated you to start Powerhouse Women, and what were your goals when you were starting off?
Oh, I love that question. So I didn't actually have any goals for it. It kind of started by accident. And I think a lot of really good businesses start that way. I noticed that and this is kind of like what inspired me too, that a lot of women around me would say like, oh, so cool, you started a business.
Yeah.
Or they thought it looked really glamorous, right? Like this, today we get to have the cameras and the lights. But it's really hard. And some days, like, I didn't feel very confident. And I saw a lot of people stopping themselves and not getting started on their ideas because they were afraid. And I knew that we needed to have more conversations like we do on this podcast, just about that it's not always glamorous. Sometimes it's hard, but that we don't have to do it alone. So I never expected it would turn into this, but it's been pretty cool.
Yes. How old were you when you knew you wanted to own your own business?
Well, I told you before, I was 26 when I started my first business, my health and wellness business, but I was probably like in my 20s. I didn't know I wanted to be an entrepreneur like you when I was little. I thought I wanted to be a teacher. That's what I wanted to be. But I kind of am a teacher, just a different kind of teacher.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
How was it like starting off?
Scary and kind of messy, and I cried a lot just because I felt really like scared that I would not, that like it wouldn't turn out the way I wanted. But it was also really exciting because, and I know we talked about this, I like to be my own boss. I don't really like to be told what to do.
Same.
So it was exciting, scary, really fun, sometimes intimidating. Sometimes I like thought I wasn't, like, didn't know what I was doing, but I always knew that I wanted to help people. So that's what kept me going.
Who did you look for business advice?
Who did I look to for business advice? Well, I listened to a ton of podcasts. So some people who like gave me advice don't even know that they did, because I would just listen to their podcasts all the time. So I had some podcasts I listened to before, and then my husband, Elliot, is really smart in business, so I would ask him for advice a lot. We go on a walk. I can't say it too loud because my dog is right here. He'll think we're actually going to go do that right now. But we would go around the block, and I just would like talk to him about my ideas, and he would make me feel like I could do them.
That's nice. Do you have any advice for me starting my own business?
Ooh, let's see. Okay, if I were just starting, especially if I were your age. So I know you're going to start a podcast.
Yep.
I think starting to just talk about the things that you're really interested in and passionate about, and just always thinking about how you can help other people.
Yep.
That's like a great place to start, because then you start to have people who want to listen to you. And then when you start your business, I would say join a community. If only there were a community like where really cool women like got together. I don't know. Maybe there's one out there. Maybe
Probably.
Somewhere. But that way you can like make friends and find other people that you can collaborate with. And I think that makes it a lot easier.
Good advice. Did you ever imagine your business would grow this popular?
No, well, because I told you I never really thought it would be, I never really expected it to be a business. I remember, so we do a big event, which you'll have to come to this year. Do you want to come?
100%.
Okay, great. You're invited. So we do a big event, and we did the first one ever. And I just thought it was going to be that one event. And then I remember people would ask me, they said, well, when's the next one? And I was like, bye guys, see you later. I don't know. There is no next one. But I think that's another piece of advice for you, is like just really listen to people and like listen to what they want. So they kept asking me for another event. And so we had another one, and then it just kind of grew from there. But I never expected it to turn into what it is today. And I actually think we're just getting started. I think there's more.
Oh, wow. For the people listening, do you have any tips on how to grow your brand, like photo shoots and collaboration?
That's our favorite word, isn't it?
Yep.
Grow your brand. So, well, you kind of nailed it. I mean, I think branding, when you think about branding, it's kind of like what people see. So like, how do they experience your brand, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube or a podcast? So I think just having places where you are giving value, so like where you're teaching people tips and things that they want to learn, that's a great way to grow your brand. I know photo shoots are fun. You've gotten to go to a few with your mom, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. So I definitely do that. But then collaboration is a big part of it, because that way you're helping someone else grow their brand, they're helping you grow yours, and it's just not as hard. It's way more fun to do it with friends.
I agree.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
Oh,
we're going on to page 2. These are great questions.
Thank you. From observing my mom, I realized picking your brand colors is not the easiest thing to do. So how did you pick your brand colors and logo?
Very true. Yeah. So this is actually not something I'm very good at. And I will tell you. I'm going to tell you the real truth. I hired someone else who's way better at it than I am. Because I'm the type of person, and this is good to know, like when you're starting a business, you aren't always good at all the things. So I just find people who are really good and like who inspire me, and then I pay them to give me some designs, and then I do know what I like and what I don't like. Yeah. So we wanted to find something that was like very, I know you and I really love neutral colors when it comes to like interior design. Yeah. You and I share that. So I liked having just very neutral colors, and then that way, like when we do our events, we do really fun pops of color with like our stage and all of that. So then that stuff stands out more when our brand colors are more neutral.
Nice. Since I'm starting off, could you give me 3 tips on how to get clients?
Ooh, okay. Do we want to talk about your interior design business or your dog training business or your dog business?
Interior design business.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I would say. Since interior design is very visual, like people are like gonna see your designs and then know if they want to hire you. Yeah. I mean, other than your awesome personality. So I would say hire someone to take really nice photos of things you design. Maybe even offer to do a little bit of design like for free for some people so you can get really great photos.
Like a sample.
Yeah. Or like you could say to like a friend or a family member, maybe they're going to like redo their bedroom, and you can say, okay, can I pick out like the things, the finishes, and I'll design it. Like obviously they'll pay for it. They'll buy the stuff. But ask if you'll do the design part for free. And then you have someone come and take photos so you can show an example of your work. And then you could start an Instagram account, or you could start, when you're older, of course, you could start, have like a website where you show your photos. So I think that would be step 1, because then people can see how talented you are. And then back to collaboration, I would think about who are some other people that are talking to people who might want to redecorate their house, right? So is it like a paint store? Is it like a furniture store? And you can make relationships with people like that. And then they can mention your name when people come in looking for like new paint or new furniture. And
the more relationships you have, the better.
That's it, girlfriend. Yes. You're already like way ahead of the game.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you're going to like this question, but how important is mindset in growing your business?
How do you even know to ask these questions? You're so good.
Thank you.
It's so important because, when you're growing your business, you're having to motivate yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing that gets in people's way. It gets in my way sometimes too, is just doubting myself or being afraid. So working on my mind, I work on my mindset like 90% of the time, and I work on my business 10%. It's like that big.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Like when I'm in school, if I have a bad mindset, then it's harder to learn. But when I have a good mindset, then if I'm confused, I just ask more questions and then I understand it.
It's totally the same. Literally, that's what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Just ask more questions from people who can help you.
Yes.
Yeah, so good.
Did you ever doubt your business, and why?
Ooh, well, I feel like I have doubt a lot, and it's more just because I'm always like stretching myself. I'm always setting a new goal that feels really scary. But deep down, what I don't doubt is myself. Like kind of like the mindset piece. Like I know that I'm a really hard worker and that I'll figure it out, even if I don't know how, or even if I fail in the process. So I don't think I really doubt my business, but I definitely feel fear, and I definitely have that question of like, can I really do this? Yeah. But like deep down I know, well, I'm going to figure it out, even if I don't know how right now.
And what is your favorite accomplishment in your business?
Other than having you on the podcast? Because this is one of my favorite days ever. Yes.
Same.
No joke. One of my favorite, what started everything was when I finished writing my book, and I wasn't a writer. Like I'd never done that before. I was like that was something that was a really big accomplishment because that was something I did doubt myself. Yeah. I didn't think I could do it. So just finishing that and like showing myself that I could, I think helped to build that muscle that when I do more things that feel scary, like I'm like, oh, but I did something scary before. Like I can do this.
It feels really good when you doubt yourself and then you push through and do it. It feels really good at the end.
It feels so good. And then you just know the next time you go to do something scary that, like, you can do it.
Yeah.
Have you had anything that you've accomplished that gave you that feeling? Like maybe you doubted it at first and then you overcame it?
In acting, you have to go in front of people, like everyone in the class, and we play this game where you have to act like a character, and then he says switch, and then you have to act like a totally new character really fast. And the first day I did it, I couldn't even do anything. He had to help me, and then like just 2 days later, I did it, and I could do it all because I just kept trying. So yeah.
That's really scary, like especially performing in front of people. That's really cool that you do that.
Yeah. And then my last but definitely not least is, what is your powerhouse moment?
Oh, turning the tables. This is the question I ask all of my guests. So you are a good studier. You've clearly studied the podcast.
Yep.
My powerhouse moment. I would say one just like from recently would be I really, like I was saying earlier, like have fear anytime that I start something new. But we just launched a new membership community, which your mom is a part of. Yep. And you are too, because you got a Girl Gang shirt today. So now you're part of the Girl Gang. But when I saw, so like the powerhouse moment for me was when I saw the women in the group all connecting and helping each other. Like when you see that, when you get past that scary thing, it impacts other people and it blesses their life. That always feels like a powerhouse moment because, you know, people probably didn't even know that I was a little bit scared or like doubted myself before launching that, but I did, and I still did it. You know, I did the scary thing and it worked out, and it's going pretty well. So
awesome.
Yeah. Those were really great questions. We can't wait to hear what you name your podcast and what kind of things you were telling me earlier, but what kind of things are you going to talk about on your podcast?
Probably stuff like interior designing and knowing what you want to do and just figuring that out, and probably about helping people figure out what they want to do if they don't know what to do.
I love that. I can't wait to listen to it. I remember listening to the episode where you were on your mom's podcast.
Yeah.
And you said, one of the things you said, because you want to be an interior designer, is that if someone is an interior designer and they would let you shadow them, like you gave them that a shout out, like said. Yes. So I talked to a friend of mine who's an interior designer, and we arranged for you to shadow her one day. Your mom has all the info and she's going to set it up. So we're going to like start this. I'm like, be careful what you wish for around here because we know people.
Yes.
Are you so excited for that?
Yes.
So huge shout out to Brittany is her name. She's really cool and she has great style. You're going to love her style.
Thank you, Brittany. Was that the surprise?
That was a surprise. I told her I had a surprise for her too.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm just blown away by you. You are incredible. Like, it doesn't even matter your age, just who you are as a person is like so beautiful and so incredible.
Thank you.
Do you want to be friends?
What?
Like, do you want to be friends? This is how this works. I always tell people. So once we meet just one time, then we're just friends. So I'll be like your mentor, friend, older sister, aunt, cool aunt maybe?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll work out the details. But I can't wait to support you and just watch your journey continue to grow.
You will be probably the first one on my podcast.
I can't wait. You call me the day it starts. All right. Thank you so much for being here today. Any final words? What do you want to tell the people listening? No pressure. What would you tell someone who's your age or any age and they want to start their own business? What would you say to encourage them to get started?
Doesn't matter how old you are. It's just about how much you want to have your own business, kind of.
I love that. Yeah, age doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it really is just about who you're going to impact in the process, right?
Yes.
I love that. Oh, you did so awesome. And cut.